Imagine a city where the power suddenly goes out. Traffic lights stop working, security systems shut down, street cameras go dark. For a moment, people realize something important. The laws are still written, but enforcement feels difficult. At first, nothing happens, but slowly drivers start running red lights, store alarms stop working. People begin doing things they wouldn't normally do. Why? Because they think no one is watching. What changed? The law didn't disappear. Just because God seems silent doesn't mean he's absent. When people stop trusting God, they often break his laws. Impatience leads to disobedience. Moses was on the mountain receiving instructions from the Lord. He was there 40 years and 40 nights. Apparently that was too long for the Israelites. They became impatient waiting for Moses. Impatience is often the cause of impulsive actions that are sinful. Israel didn't know how to live by faith and trust God. Instead, they criticized their leader and ignored what he had taught them. Growing impatient with God will cause us to make poor choices. Like the Israelites, we're tempted to take matters into our own hands. Many break God's law, not from rebellion, but from impatience. Always trust in God's timing. He may not come when you want him, but I heard he's right on time. Patience, long-suffering is one of the fruits of the Spirit. It means enduring difficulties and people without losing faith. The Israelites asked Aaron to make a god to lead them. Israel's lust for idols was born in Egypt. Even though Israel had already seen the invisible God in action, they still wanted the familiar gods they could see, touch, and control. How much are we like them today? Our greatest temptation is to shape God into our own image. Our gods today come with vaulted ceilings and two-car garages. Our gods today are named Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Lexus, and Audi. Compromise leads to idolatry. Aaron responded by telling them to give him all their gold earrings. God had blessed his people with gold when they left Egypt, but the blessings turned into a curse through the sinful hearts of the people. Aaron had authority from Moses to lead in his absence. Instead of restraining the people, Aaron went along with them. He failed to warn the people about breaking God's laws. He and the other leaders were at fault for not seeking God's help. Recognize the power of influence. Leaders must stand for truth despite the pressure to compromise. So all the people took off their earrings and brought them to Aaron. He collected the gold and formed a golden calf. He told Israel, "These are the gods who brought you out of Egypt. Be careful what you substitute for God." The Israelites replaced God with a golden calf. After all God had done, their foolishness fits this proverb. As a dog returns to his vomit, so a fool repeats his folly. Coming from Proverbs chapter 26, verse 11. The covenant between God and Israel lasted little more than a month before the people broke the law. Today, people replace God with money, success, and comfort. Aaron built an altar in front of the golden calf for a festival to reinforce the idea that the idol represented the Lord. Sin can spread quickly. What began as impatience turned into idolatry, rebellion, and law-breaking. One wrong decision can influence many others. The next day, the people rose early to worship the calf made by hands. They sacrificed burnt offerings and fellowship offerings. Afterward, they ate, celebrated, and broke out in revelry. They declared worshiping the Lord by means of the calf. When leaders and people compromise, sin quickly spreads. Anything we replace or place above God can become our golden calf. In worshiping the calf, the Israelites violated the first three commandments. 1, we shall have no other God. 2, we shall have no idols. 3, not misuse the name of God in vain. God alerted Moses to the trouble in the camp. The people had become corrupted. Even on the mountain, God saw what was happening. God sees what people try to hide. Nothing escapes God's attention. In leadership, difficult experiences with people can make or break us. And Moses was about to be tested. God called Israel Moses' people, whom you brought out of Egypt. Listen to what Moses said. "Lord, I think you made a mistake. I do not recall bringing any people out of Egypt. And they're not my people. They're your people, Lord. You alone was able to bring them out of Egypt. I could not bring them out. But the Israelites quickly turned away from God's laws by making, bowing, and sacrificing to handmade idols. They praised these idols for delivering them from Egypt. This was an absolute insult to God. Don't choose a relationship with a lifeless object over him. Instead, embrace the eternal God of the universe. Choose the everlasting God who loves you. God implied that I've seen these lawbreakers. They're stiff-necked people. God saw the rebellion and declared judgment. He offered to destroy Israel and start new nations through Moses. But Moses loved his people, even though they were sinful. So Moses sought favor from God. He interceded for the people. He reminded God of his promise to make Israel a great nation. God had made a covenant with the forefathers to bless them. God's mercy is greater than our failure. Even after Israel's rebellion, God showed mercy. Believers today are called to pray for others who have fallen or strayed away. Like Moses interceded for Israel, Jesus Christ now intercedes for us. Even when God's law is broken, his mercy makes restoration possible. The story of the golden calf reminds us that impatience can lead to breaking the law and sin. Compromise can lead to breaking the law and idolatry. But God's mercy can still restore us. Breaking God's law may bring consequences, but when we turn back to him, he's ready to forgive and restore us. Is there anything in your life that has replaced God? Any modern golden calves like money, power, or pleasure? Today, tear it down and return to the Lord. Remember, Jesus died on the cross for all the lawbreakers. The Bible says all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. All believers are sinners saved by grace. Believe in God, because God has always believed in us.